Hey everyone, back with another video. Today I want to talk about what to do when you simply just don't want to do whatever you need to do. When you simply just don't want to do the work, when you simply just feel like you can't do anymore, when you kind of just don't care. What do you do? Because I'm going to be honest, I try to be as motivated as possible. I try to have as much discipline as possible. But guys, I'm human too. You're human too. Everybody is going to reach a point. Even the successful people, they're going to reach a point when they just don't want to do it anymore. And what do you do at that point? This is probably the most actionable piece of advice I can give you because it's the most realistic. What really happens when stuff hits the fan, when your motivation just disappears like a burst of wind and it just completely vanishes, what do you do then to make sure you finish the work? You go back and you analyze why you even started. Why are you doing this? What is the reason? You go back to your why for success. Because like I've said before, if you had spent time on developing your why, you will have a very strong reason to continue pushing, to continue just grinding, even when you don't feel like it, you feel like giving up, you hate it so much. And those are the moments when you have to push through. You have to push through. You cannot give up in those moments. In those moments when you feel like the only option is giving up, you have to make sure that you do not give up. And how do you ensure that? You go back to why you're successful. Maybe it's for your family. Maybe it's for, the people that made fun of you. Maybe it's for the people that always doubted you. Maybe it's for all these reasons. You need to put these into a mental jar and have these experiences ready to go. Because when things get difficult, it's so easy to forget how strong you are, how amazing you are, how capable you are. And to just think, oh, I don't have what it takes. I'm gonna be so honest with you. There's so many people out here who have what it takes and they don't even try. And I guarantee you have what it takes. You just haven't developed it yet, and it's just taking time. And because of that, you can't get discouraged when things don't go your way, when it's getting really difficult, and you have to return to why you want to be successful. If you can always return back to why you want to become successful, whenever you feel like you're going to quit, you're going to continue to push through, as long as you have a strong reason why. How do I know this? Because I've done it myself. There's so many times I just want to stop. I just want to quit. You just feel complacent at a certain point. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't need to do this anymore. I'm done, right? You feel like you're done. No, you're not done. You need to keep going. And so the only way to really push yourself in those moments when you just feel like I only want to give up is really go back to why. Why am I doing this? Because to be honest, if you don't have a good reason why, you probably shouldn't be doing it because you're just going to do a half-assed job. You're not going to really seriously commit. And if you're not going to seriously commit, it's probably just a waste of your time. Just give up now, But if you have a reason why, if you are seriously locked in and you have a strong reason why you have to become successful, it is just going to rekindle your fire like pretty much there's no tomorrow. You're going to come back even stronger. Even when you might have had burnout, you might be like, oh my gosh, I can't make it anymore. I'm just so done. Going back and revisiting your why and those experiences and those kind of things that happen to you that, you absolutely don't want to happen ever again. Those are the things that are going to push you to that next level. And once you see that you can be pushed to the next level, you can do this again and again and again and again. Because this is something that doesn't really just run out of steam. It's not like a trick you can just use once. No, you can use this again and again because it's just the fact of the reason why and your own personal motivation, not like external motivation. It's your personal motivation for why you want to become successful and why you're actually doing this in the first place. And because you know why you need to push. You know why you need to push past the pain. You know why you can't give up. You know why to all these different things. By understanding your why for success, you answer the why for all those other things. Sometimes your body might be like, I'm so tired, right? It's like, why are we even doing this? Nobody else out there is even doing this. What are we doing this for? By knowing your why for success, you can answer back and say, I'm doing this because blank. I know I should be doing this because blank. This is really what I should be doing because blank, because I want to blank. All of that stuff hinges on your why for success. So by knowing your why, you're going to be able to push yourself further and further beyond other people. A lot of other people out here are super misguided. They don't understand what they're doing. They're trying to work haphazardly on a couple things. They don't have a purpose. They don't have a reason why. And as soon as things get difficult and they don't think they can handle it, they just run. They immediately just run. And why is it? It's because they don't have a reason. They haven't come to terms with it themselves to actually think of, why do I need this? Because once you have that why and it's solid, you are good to go. You are going to be able to handle so much more than other people. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be painful. It's going to suck, but you're going to be like bound to it pretty much. It's not going to be that thing where you just immediately just give up. You know, you're going to really, really have to go through some crazy stuff if you still want to give up after having your why. And most of the times you're probably just not going to give up at all. And like I've said before, the most important thing is work and not giving up. So by being able to do more work by knowing your why and by also reducing your amount of giving up or just eliminating it altogether, knowing your why for success is going to fuel you and push you way beyond what your perceived limits are. If you guys have any questions, put them down below. But if not, make sure you guys follow and subscribe for more.